ABC 22 News.
At this place in history, we're in Newfane with, although he may be difficult to see from behind these bars, Steve Perkins, the Executive Director of the Vermont Historical Society. To be exact, Steve, we're on Jail Street in Newfane, and the source of that name is what brings us here this week.
We are, Mike. We are. We're in jail.
We are.
We're in the old county jail here in Newfane. We're going to learn a bit about the history of this building, which is pretty colorful, from the president of the Windham County Historical Society, Dick Merrick.
The county seat, as I had mentioned to you earlier, originally in Newfane from 1787 was up on top of the hill about 1.5 miles from here. There was a jail up there. But in 1825, when they relocated the county seat down into the village, they built a brand new jail, and you were in it. This cell block type, we believe, dates to about 1914 when they did a complete renovation. This was a cell because of these bars that was used for the perhaps harder core prisoners. There's another cell block on the second floor that was basically a big dormitory, and I suspect that was for shoplifting and DUI and low-level offenses. Many of those people were let out during the day to work in the community. There was about a 30-year period where a couple ran both the jail, and they had built a hotel wing.
How fascinating that the idiom familiar to a lot of people, a crossbar hotel, as a slang for jail, wasn't just slang in this case. There actually was a hotel property.
It was not just slang. Theodore Roosevelt at one point came up here to visit a friend of his, and when he found out that the prisoners and the guests at the hotel ate basically the same food, he said, someday I'll come up and commit a mild infraction and do a lot of reading done. The hotel wing was built in 1895, and that was demolished in the 1950s.
So for a long time, I'll say long time in the realm of my lifetime, this hasn't really been used as a jail, but it wasn't touched. So it really feels like a time capsule of Vermont's history.
It really is, and it closed in 71 in jail operation when they consolidated state prisons and jails, and a new one was built in Brattleboro. But the assistant judges tried to figure out, okay, what do we do with it now? And the original deed restrictions in 1825 said you will only use this common that was donated by one of the founders of Newfane. You will only use it for a courthouse, a jail, a common, and a garden for the sheriff, and no other use. So they were kind of constrained, but they expanded the usages just slightly after trying to get them dropped entirely, unsuccessfully, and added regional organizations and governmental units to be able to use it and qualify as a regional organization. When we found out that the sheriff was moving their operation to Brattleboro, the Historical Society said, so what are you going to do with your building? And we arranged to convert it, after a lot of restoration work, into what will become our new museum. Our current museum is going to remain semi in operation as we take things out of there and try to move them in here. Our season usually starts Memorial Day and runs through the fall.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Indigenous People Day, formerly Columbus Day. In the fall, we will probably keep roughly to that schedule. Eventually, by late fall, we should be in full operation.
Graffiti left behind by inmates is still on some of the walls at this place in history.
Local news that matters.